Mike and Leilani thoroughly enjoyed performing their Shakespeare uh, performance and sat down on the couch in Mike's living room to talk. This is such an exhilarating experience to act with you, Leilani. It is for me too, Mike. In the shack, space is expanded to hyperspace dimensions. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, that was something, another script. Wait, let me see. I'm thinking about Pancakes by the Bay and how it was vandalized. Such an awful shame. I know. It holds such beautifully sentimental memories for me. That was a place where I knew I was in love with you. That fact was proven by eating the pancakes. When I thought at first that there was a special recipe that made the pancakes taste so good, but found out that it was love that made sense to me. The platonic love that you can feel for another human being is such a profound pleasure that it transcends any merely physical pleasure. That that a person could have that they may derive from their body. I think that a union of souls is the only way that a person can truly feel alive in this life. That validating and humanizing love that you can get from another person is a feeling that is not merely a fleeting, temporal, empty pleasure, but a heightened awareness of the creative forces that brings meaning to stark material reality and perpetuates the universal dream of humanity to prop up good as a beacon of hope, illuminating souls in a place of evil. Love is merely physical. Love is not merely physical pleasure. It is enlightenment. In that sense, it can only be experienced by an immortal soul, and therefore is proof of the immortal soul. So, yeah, Pancakes by the Bay is more than just a place where I like to pig out on pancakes. It was the place where I first felt enlightened by love. Do you feel like taking a walk back to Pancakes by the Bay to look at what condition it is in? Yeah, let's. Mike and Leilana walk over to Pancakes by the Bay and see that it's in a shambles. Windows are shattered. The cash register has been emptied. The upholstery on the booths has been torn apart. They stole appliances. Food has been tossed about. They painted over beautiful artwork. And all of a sudden, Mike gets a phone call. Hello? Yes, this is Mike. What? You were the Vandals? I'm here with Leilana. Yeah. You idiots really fucked this place up. Nice job, imbecile. Is there anything else that you're jealous of that you want to destroy? No? Nice try. What? No. We are following our plans to rebuild. Watch us. Go fuck yourself, douchebag. I hope you dematerialize. Who was that? It was one of the vandals who destroyed um, this place. He said that if we tried to rebuild, that they would demolish it again. We must stop them. We will stop them. Leilana, love conquers all. Let's go back to my condominium and practice some more Shakespeare. Yeah, sure. Mike and Leilana practice some more Romeo and Juliet dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Now you get my Shakespeare book out. Okay, Romeo and Juliet. I'm starting to have this thing memorized. Okay. Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He just has scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above the window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. For who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, to the fair stars in all heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. So this is who I'm competing with, Shakespeare. Try to be a better writer than him. Okay. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand? Oh, that I were glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks, oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being over my head, as a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy, though thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo. What man art thou that thus bescreened at night so stumbles on my castle? By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear sir, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word. My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and Montague? Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike. How canst thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here, with love's light wings I did overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me ears, and I lent him counsel. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as is that vast shore which were the farthest sea I should adventure for such merchandise. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face. I was with a maiden blush between paint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain will alone for fain man tonight when I was spoken. But farewell, compliments. Dost thou? I know they will say I, and I take the other word, but I swear whether they love her. Okay, lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with the silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love proves likewise variable. Shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear that by thy gracious self, which is the God of my elotry, and I'll believe thee. If my heart's dear love, well, do not swear, although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which thou ceased to be. Ere one can say light and sweet, cannot this but a love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou did request it, and yet I was working. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Nurse calls within. I hear some noise within. Dear love adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I'll come again. Blessed, oh blessed night, I'm afeard. Being a night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. Re-entering Juliet above. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time wilt perform the rite? And all, madam, I come on. See, madam. Let's turn to the more towards the end of the play because I want to get to the juicy stuff. Okay. Okay. Enter Romeo and Balthazar with a torch, a mattock, and a crow of iron. Okay, so give me the mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my lord. And give me the light upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence, be gone. Wait. Okay, when does the TF start? Oh, titty fuck. That's just the reason I named my live performance California Beach Titty Fuck is to get attention. This is really what I'm doing here is a rewrite of. I mean, I'm doing my script for Reality Bites too. Did you see the movie Reality Bites? It's actually so. It's kind of like a continuing saga, actually, because I've been writing this script for years. Oh, thanks. Well, I hope you subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and tell other people too as well. So what I'm doing is like within my Reality Bites script, there's a scene where I wrote myself into this script. Oh, I know, but well. It's actually not really that dirty. It's just, this is me and Winona Ryder practicing Romeo and Juliet. Do you want to hear that? Within Reality Bites 2, it's Winona Ryder playing Leilana Pierce practicing dialogue for Romeo and Juliet. I'm going to continue. Okay. Thanks. Okay. What does it say? Okay. A ring that I must use in dear employment, therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry, in what I farther shall intend to do. But heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. That's good gore. Okay. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, and not trouble thee. So shalt thou show me, French, take thou, live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For this same I'll hide thee hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce the rotten jaws to open. Breaking open the tomb, and in despite I cram thee with more food. This is that banished haughty Montag that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed to the fair creature died. It here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. What is he talking about? Villainous shame to the dead bodies? Like necrophilia? Whatever. Okay. I do apprehend thee. Condemn, villain. I do apprehend. Obey and go with me, for thou must die. I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee, or affright thee. I beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head. By urging me to fury, oh, be gone. By heaven, for I come hither. Stay not, be gone. Live and hereafter say, a madam's mercy bid thee run away. I do defy thy conjuration and apprehend thee for a felon. Wilt thou provoke me? They fight. I will go call the watch. Oh, I am slain if thou be merciful. Open the tomb and lay me with Juliet. In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris, what said when my betossed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so, nor did I dream it so. Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so? Oh, give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave? Oh no, a lantern, slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence of light. Death, why thou there? By a dead man interred. How oft, when men are at the poor point of death, have they been merry? Which the keepers call a lightning before death. So a lightning before death is when you're real jolly and happy right before you die, and then you just croak. It's a pretty cool idea. Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath. That's a good line. Okay. Hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. So it's almost kind of like I was saying before. It's kind of like never relenting to death, even though you're going to die. Never let it destroy your spirit. and kind of embracing death as oh something. Okay. Let's see. That art now. Okay. Conquered beauties and sign yet? Is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor could I do to thee than with that hand that cut thy youth in twain? To sunder his that was thine enemy. Forgive me, cousin. Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? And that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark so to be his paramour? What's a paramour? You gotta look that one up. Okay. Um, and never from this place of dim night depart again. Here I will remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars. From this world wearied flesh, eyes, look, arms, take your last embrace, and lips, oh, you the doors of breath, see with a righteous kiss a dateless bargain and engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide, thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks, the seasick, weary bark. Here's to my love. Yeah. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss I die. St. Francis, be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves? Who's there? Here's one a friend and then one that knows you well. Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends his lights to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the Capel's monument. It doth so, holy sir. And there's my. Who is it? Romeo. How long has he been here? Full half an hour? Go with me to the vaults. I dare not. Let's see. Let's go to some. Wait. Um, a noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger. This is my sheath. Their rust, and let me die. She stabs herself and falls on Romeo's body. Ooh, that's a denouement in the play. Do you know what the denouement is? It's the turning point of a play. Okay. Um, oh heavens, oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger hath mistaken for, lo, that his house is empty on the back of Montague. It is missheathed in my daughter's bosom. So that's Juliet's father discovering that her daughter killed herself because Romeo died, so she killed herself too. Hmm. Oh me, the sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre. Enter my take and others. This is kind of a beautifully dark, dramatic, and yet funny, insightful. Um, it's just great. Romeo and Juliet. Hmm. Okay, so it's a lot more. It's a lot darker than a lot of people might imagine if they really stopped and read it. Um, Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and her ear for morely early down. Alas, my wife is dead tonight. O thou untaught, what manners is in this? To press before the grave, seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities, and knowing and know their spring, their head, their true descent, and that I will be general of your woes, and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience, and bring forth the parties of suspicion. I am the greatest. Able to do so much, yet most suspected, as a time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge myself, condemned in my subsequent. Then say at once what thou dost know in this. We shall have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo? What can he say to this? Brought him news of Juliet's death. The vault departed and left him there. Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where's the county's page that raised the watch? He came with flowers to strew on his lady's grave and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Um, and comes one with light to ope the tomb by him. And then I ran away to call the watch. This letter doth make good the friar's words, this course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal come to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate. That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. That's good. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Um, that does. Wait a minute. So what Shakespeare is saying is that um, Juliet's enemies took joy in seeing her die, but the powers that be found a means to kill the joy that they took in watching her die with love. I think that's what it means. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. So, what he's saying is that hatred always gets punished. Oh, Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure. For no more can I demand. But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold. Um, that whilst Verona by that name is known, there shall be no figure at such rate be set. Is that of true and faithful Juliet? Um, a rich shall Romeo's by his lady's lie, pour sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings. The sun first sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo. That's the very end of the play. One of the best stories ever written. Okay, I'll see you for a live stream.